In this episode of Phantom Rides, the team investigates the mysterious town of Grand Tower, a rugged stretch of southern Illinois where history, geology, and the unexplained collide. Sitting along an ancient fault line, this area has long been a hotspot for high strangeness. As we dig deeper into the fault line's powerful energy and the unsettling reports surrounding it, one question keeps coming back. Is Grand Tower more than just a geological anomaly? Could it be a window into something we're only beginning to understand? Tonight, we follow the currents of the river, the pulse of the earth, and the voices of those who have seen the impossible to uncover what's truly happening beneath Grand Tower. We began our investigation in Grand Tower with eyewitness testimony from two former residents who had multiple encounters with high strangeness in this small river town. Their stories set the stage for what would become one of our most compelling nights on the trail of the unknown.
I grew up in Grand Tower. I moved here in 1974 when I was 4, Mom and Dad. So I've been around here since '74. This is my hometown. And then
I came into the picture a little bit after, basically. But I lived here for about 8 years, you'd say?
Yeah. She lived here.
Around 2008, I think.
No, well, 2005, I think we moved here, and we lived here till 2016.
Yeah. Definitely everybody kind of like has their own stories around here. Everyone knows that something's going on, and even the museum has a bunch of kind of like written documents and things you can look at too.
Well, in the 70s, when I had a paper route, my brother said that Bigfoot lived at the dump, so I would go by very fast, and that was very cruel. So early on in the 70s, and then in the 80s, I heard that the UFOs were down here. At the campground, a lot of people in the campground when they were camping would say about it. And I actually kind of had an experience that I thought that I had been abducted in the late 70s before I was 10. And I always felt like they had put something behind my ear and here. And I don't remember, it was so weird. It was like I was in the bathroom and then I wasn't. And then there was this, I couldn't explain, I didn't see anything, but there was unexplained time frame that I felt like I was missing, but I ended up in the same spot where I, felt like I got picked up at. And like I said, I always felt like there was something that they put behind my ear and here, but I can't describe it. And
Like what kind of stories did you hear about the background?
Oof. I've heard people's bodies were buried up there, and graves were made after all the ore farming that they had on the hillside there. And it just kind of always had a creepy feeling, basically. And even just going up there, something's like a little bit off compared to a lot of other places.
Along the riverbank of Grand Tower sits Devil's Bake Oven, a massive rock formation steeped in eerie history. Once a landmark for early explorers and even a hideout for river pirates, it's also tied to the tragic ghost tale of Esmeralda, whose spirit some believe still lingers in the shadows.
The first one that comes to mind is the Devil's Bake Oven up there, where you have the story of the woman back in the day that was dating a boy on the riverboat, and her father didn't agree to it, and so basically barred her from seeing him ever again. And in that lieu of that, she threw herself off the cliff, and ever since there, if you go up to the house where the ruins of it still are, you can hear her sometimes. And my dad has. If you go out there on a stormy night, you can hear her screaming.
We decided to focus on 3 key hotspots in Grand Tower: the Devil's Backbone, where the new Madrid Fault Line cuts through the landscape; the Devil's Bake Oven, home to the lingering spirit of Esmeralda, and the power plant site, where a 1973 UFO encounter still casts a long shadow. Would tonight provide any answers to our questions?
Now, to our right here is where the Lilith family first saw the UFOs, and basically watched them to about 45 minutes, and then it went over that way towards the power plant.
Yeah, so right now we're cruising Grand Tower, and we're heading over to the UFO hotspot, which is the power plant. So there was a major UFO sighted here in 1973, which was the year of the big UFO flap. So Piedmont is, I think like 60 miles or so from here, and Piedmont had in 73 like several hundred UFO sightings. So, and they call Piedmont, Missouri, so they call Piedmont, Missouri the UFO capital of the world, of the United States, or something like that. But yeah, so it's kind of I always think it's like an old school, like from the 50s sci-fi looking building. That's what it looks like to me. Like in the 50s they try to make something futuristic looking. It gives me that Flash Gordon vibe. Jason, what's your this is your first time in Grand Tower, so we did a little tour so far. What's your first impressions of the area?
Kind of a neat old area. I like it.
So you, as a seasoned paranormal investigator, because that's what you used to do for a long time, right?
Yeah.
You getting any vibe from this area?
Not really. We just got here, but when the sun goes down, things get a lot different.
Yeah,
So.
that's true. The vibe's always different when the sun goes down, but you can kind of see why. There's this place has a reputation, and I mean, like the weird rock formations around here, the crazy power generating station, these old historical coke ovens.
There's always a reason that the Native Americans give, from what I gathered, they give names like Devil's Elbow, Devil's Tower. It wasn't for a good reason that they give them those names.
Yeah, like we've talked about before, it's I kind of feel like, what if it's really explainable why places like this were considered sacred? Like, what if it's a geological phenomena where it makes them feel different, and they're attuned to the land, sort of like we feel different as we're coming through this area. This must be a sacred spot. And then you have this geological feature, the Grand Tower, the Tower Rock,
So they
out there.
Just made it seem like, yeah.
And I have this old photo where there was actually multiple Tower Rocks out there, and the Army destroyed them, I guess, for the riverboats.
To get the boats through.
So you got this sacred area that was decimated by the white man. So is there a curse on here? There's Native American battles here. We're close to the Trail of Tears too.
Oh yeah.
So I think there's something to the fact where there's tragedy, there's possibly a source of leftover energy.
Right.
I'm not a paranormal expert by any means. I'm spouting off stuff that I hear on TV. Do you believe any of that? Like there's leftover energy? Or...
Residual energy, I mean, I feel like, yeah, because people always talk about events that have happened, that there's activity on the anniversary of when it happened. So I don't know what else it would be.
penalty for dumping
on park property.
It's November 14th. It got up to like 70 some degrees here today. It's only going to get down to 50 degrees Fahrenheit tonight. So I expect it to be a pleasant ride. There's something special about Shawnee and Southern Illinois. And I'm telling you, the more time I spend down here, the more I feel like
Starting to get the vibe.
I'm getting a vibe. Like, there's weird stuff in Southern Illinois. There is a history of UFO activity through Southern Illinois. I mean, even recent.
Right.
So I'm really hoping to catch something tonight.
That's the thing. You can hear the stories and you can watch the videos of someone else telling you that it's weird, but until you actually experience it for
Right.
yourself, that's the only way you'll truly know.
You can see how exposed the bank is down there. That's nuts.
I cannot get over. We need to figure out how to get the bikes down and ride on the beach.
Will that be down there? Yeah.
We were sitting out by the highway, and I would say it was like about 7 or 8 o'clock, like kind of around that time, and it was on the 4th of July because we
So
were
they
looking
were-
out
yeah.
for fireworks. And fireworks had kind of ended. We were just eating pizza and sitting out there, and I noticed this like strange little orange light right up in the sky right there ahead of me. I'm like, that's weird, because I've seen orange lights like that once before, and it was also kind of unexplained up in near Wisconsin. But this time it was like a lot, just one of them, and it was crystal clear. It was floating along, kind of like I thought it was an airplane at first, but then it just suddenly dropped, like that would have had been thousands of miles per hour, just suddenly drop a plane like that and then start hovering again, like not moving at all. That's when I pointed it out to you.
Yeah, she's like, look, so it was like over here out on Route 3, and we could see it, what, that's a couple miles away, to over here, and it was over by the power plant.
Yeah, because we followed it along because
Yeah.
it started moving.
Yeah, so we came out, and closer we got, it kept going up and down. The light went up and down. It'd flash on, flash off. They go fast, and then they go this way.
Yeah, it almost felt like it was kind of looking at us,
Yeah.
didn't it? Like,
Yeah,
in
it's
some
like,
way.
hey.
Yeah, just kind of like going back and forth right
It's-
above our vision.
So she took her phone out and started recording it. We do have a recording, hopefully,
Which I will
somewhere.
need to find.
And so I got my friend on the phone, and I'm like, "Do you know what this is?" And he's like, "Nope,
No.
nope."
As weather balloon, it would have been way too fast, different color.
And
We didn't have drones at the time, so that wasn't a thing. So that wasn't like a personal drone flying around.
yeah, and it was way faster than a helicopter.
Yeah.
If it went up and down, it was way faster.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been possible.
I mean,
for
it was
that.
like immediate, and he was like, from this part of the sky to that part of the sky in no time. I mean, it just kept going back and forth, flashing on and off, and it kind of changed maybe a color.
Well, it was like a light orange, dark orange, almost red, and then had a bright white light in the center.
Yeah.
Almost like maybe in a triangle shape almost. It kind of seemed like.
And we couldn't make out a form or anything. All we saw were the lights going, and this was way before drones. This was July 2013, I would think.
That sounds right.
And there's no houses over there other than Altenburg's over that way. But there's nothing over there, maybe a little farm.
And there's
or-
like no Navy or U.S. military jets or anything going over here too, because that's like
No.
in Carbondale kind of area.
Yeah.
We're going to have some good time tonight. As Zach Baggins says, tonight the demons come out. Grand Tower, one of the most haunted locations in Southern Illinois. Paranormal activity, UFOs, weird creatures. We're here to capture it. Our first stop is going to be what I call Coke Oven Road. It's along Devil's Backbone. So we'll look for some anomalous lights, begin our investigation there, do a little recon. Jason's ready, bikes are ready,
No, they're not.
cameraman Russ is ready.
The pedals aren't even ready.
Go ahead, brother.
So right now we're at the basically the main coke oven area. These are the ones that are most visible. There's other ones here, but these were here during the Civil War, I'm pretty sure, or right after. And as you can imagine, the hard work that was put in around here. What'd you say about residual energy, Jason? Like, you don't know if you believe in it or not, or
No, I said I did.
you do believe in it?
Yeah, like things that happen imprint in the, I don't know if it's the stone. You know, they say limestone's like a battery.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
an energy battery.
Yeah. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention, which the new Madrid Fault Line runs through Devil's Backbone. So there's that potential geological energy.
Run along with it.
Runs right through it. Crosses it, like,
Crosses it. Okay.
yeah.
You got any idea exactly where?
I think it's towards the other end. Like the other. It runs through about a quarter of it.
Okay.
close to the end.
We are.
And so, you know, people say they see the anomalous lights on Devil's Backbone, Jason, so it makes me wonder if what they're really just talking about is like light energy from the fault line.
Yeah.
You know?
I've heard that happens. Cape Girardeau.
Jason, what's going on? What's going on?
Just getting a background on the radiation with the Geiger counter. 0.03 to 0.33 rest is normal.
Okay.
0.33 to 0.65 medium level, and then anything above 0.65 is high level. So I'm just checking to see if it takes a while when you turn it on to get a kind of like a background reading.
Turn your lights off on your bike, Russ.
Oh. Normal.
What'd you say earlier? You had a spike on something?
EMF went to 0.8.
What'd you say? 2.8.
It was 0.2, 2.8.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. The range was.
And that's abnormal.
Well, I mean,
Well, there's a spike.
there
It's
was a
at
spike.
0 and it goes
Yeah.
to 2.8 right when we get to kind of
Point-
like the fault line area.
0.8, yeah. But it's not staying there.
Yeah.
But you have to be careful because the other electronics we have running, phones, if anybody
Yeah.
gets an email or a text or anything, that could generally. Also running the lightning detector.
Go ahead and film.
Oh, 0.3. This is a lot more accurate than like the K2 meters that everybody uses to communicate with the spirits. It's very sensitive to everything man-made. There you go. What the hell would that have been?
What just happened?
6.2.
Just
But
a jump
I
right
don't
now?
know if it's when you guys were messing with that camera. What did you guys do to the camera?
I just turned the infrared on it. Point the infrared over here,
Hey,
Russ.
Russ, bring it back over here. I don't think infrared light would help. That was a... No, there, look. It's 2.5.
My GoPro battery's draining really quick, which is stupid since it
It's
has
not cold
the...
out. Oh, look, there.
It's not cold.
2.4.
And this is the
One of the good
high
ones?
capacity good one, yeah. That's ridiculous. There's no way. Like, these batteries should be lasting 40, 50 minutes.
Mm-hmm. No power lines around here, right?
There are no active power lines in this area, no. We are next to Devil's Backbone. Then what's that other meter you have over there?
That's a Geiger counter. It actually measures radiation.
And what's it telling you on that?
That's just
So
normal.
it's normal?
Yeah. 0.03 to 0.33 is just, that's normal what rock gives off, water. But I got it in case there's any UFO activity.
Yeah.
See if any radiation is detected from that.
I'm literally watching my GoPro battery drain every minute by a percentage. It's been recording for 5 minutes.
Do you want to go somewhere else away from here and see if it's still draining that quick? See
Yeah,
if it's just because of right here.
that's not a bad idea.
EMF noise.
Cameraman Russ, tell us what we just talked about.
I was using the night vision camera on the trail where we stopped, and we're having multitudes of problems. Turned the camera on, I had 4 bars of battery. I walked 20-25 yards with the camera on, turned around and walked back to where the bikes were. It was down to 2 bars. We got back to our base here at the truck, and now it's back to 4 bars again.
And you know what, another thing? The other GoPro that froze up started working, no problem again.
You're kidding me.
I mean, this is all conjecture, of course, but isn't it kind of weird?
I mean, one camera messing up, yeah, is.
But 3 camera messing up?
3 cameras and EMF spikes.
EMF spike, and the lightning.
Detector actually went off.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty certain that I'm going to look at the radar, but I'm pretty sure that there's not a storm. I think it just went off again.
We had brought along our lightning detector, a tool we use to track unusual bursts of energy that some believe can signal high strangeness, such as a portal opening. The device can sense lightning within 25 miles, count each strike, and estimate distance. But on this clear, cloudless night near the new Madrid Fault Line, it started reporting multiple strikes. Not to mention that the Devil's Backbone is situated directly on the mysterious 37th parallel. Hey Jason, tell me about your test that you just did.
Oh, I walked over the power feed, so that's like 200 amp service coming in there, and I'm only getting like a 12. I mean, it kind of spiked up to 50, but it was just consistently 12 milligauss on a 200 amp service of what, 100, that'd be 240 power coming in, 2 legs. So I got half of that in a place that there's no power lines or anything.
So here we got 12, and at the place we were over there on Coke Oven Road, you got a hit of 6.2 with no power lines in the area.
Right.
But there is a fault line down there.
Right.
And I just had some crazy battery drain, which, you know, people talk about that all the time. I don't know what to make of that.
Right.
But it's funny how the gear started malfunctioning. We come back over here, the gear starts working, the batteries kind of get a little bit back to normal. Let's go over to the rock house. From the fault line, we move deeper into Grand Tower to a place locals say is heavy with history and heartbreak: the Devil's Bake Oven. This towering rock formation on the Mississippi is tied to one of the region's oldest ghost legends. They say Esmeralda, the superintendent's daughter who died of a broken heart, still lingers here. Her spirit is rumored to wander between the bake oven and the Devil's Backbone, watching, waiting, and sometimes making her presence known. house on the rock. So there's an old ruin on a house up here. This is where the legend of Esmeralda began, where basically she committed suicide here, and now they say her ghost can be seen along the area. So let's go.
Really pack this with you.
Look at that steep, and then when we get to the top, don't jump off.
Oh, wow.
Well, is she picking up that foundation?
Yeah.
So that's the, I guess it is a nice recognition of himself. Be super careful, guys. This is it. Don't go any further. So I'm looking down on the infrared at the fire. So a couple had a fire down there, right? And I'm pointing out into the river, and there's a light there. I can't see a light with my naked eye, but and that's not a star. You can see the other side of the river, and there's just a really bright, I don't know what the heck that could be. It's not moving though. Light.
Yeah. It is. I can't see either. Now there's something flickering. Now I can see it.
Can you?
Yeah, there's something flickering across there just below the tower lights.
No, I can see that. I'm picking up that as well.
It looks like there's
I'm picking up a third light. One's like really low.
down low by the water's edge.
Yeah. because this is one of the alleged most haunted spots in Grand Tower.
Do you regret jumping off this rock? The LiDAR doesn't lie. Yeah, I see that. Ow.
Where the hell I'm going? I thought the house was right there.
Yeah, you took a wrong turn somewhere, buddy.
Well, you want to go back the way you came?
No, there was a little
Oh, there's
bit
another way to
different
get up on. That's the house. I think we went too far. Surely this is a trail.
Of some sort. Alright, well, there's the corner of the house.
Oh, yeah.
Camel cricket.
What do you see?
Camel cricket.
Yeah.
Aren't those usually in basements? Moist environment.
Are we like in part of the structure?
Do what?
Are we in part of the structure?
Yeah, that's part of the structure here. So, like I'll put up a shot of the house on the screen, but it was like this, looked like a pretty kick-ass mansion before, you know? Yeah. You know, I think, I'm pretty sure the guy was pretty wealthy from what I remember the story. You've heard these type of stories before, but here's the house, right? So
Right.
it's not just,
There's a shred of
there's some truth to it, yeah.
right.
I mean, is it a local legend that they, you know, someone's like, well, what's this house about? But I mean, this house, there's pictures of the house here. And apparently there was someone named Esmeralda that did live here. So it's not
Right.
just made up out of thin air.
Is she buried in a local cemetery here somewhere?
I don't know where she is. I know there's a cemetery like on the hill by the water tower on the other side of this valley.
Do you know what her last name is?
I don't. But so
I mean, we need to figure out what her last name is and like do a find a grave. See if we can figure out where she's buried.
yeah. I'm sure whoever the owner, well, yeah, that's a good idea. I think it's on record what her last name is.
Right.
But of course, the cemetery, you go to the cemetery and it's got all these tons of couple 100-year-old graves in it now, or whatever, and people see anomalous lights in the cemetery. Your typical "this cemetery's haunted" type of stories, but
Right.
I mean, in southern Illinois, in these old cemeteries, there's probably some truth in some of these. You know,
Oh, yeah.
it's not just every cemetery's haunted type of thing.
Yeah, this would have been cool. Built into the side of the hill. That would have been neat
Yeah.
to see back in the day.
Yeah, it's weird. Like in the pictures, though, the house clearly is tall enough to look over the river.
Oh, okay.
So-
I got you.
It like right here, there seems like an embankment, but who knows what that, you know.
Well, who knows how much higher up? This
Right.
is probably just foundation stone.
So there's a big metal pipe sticking out of the ground. We'll have to.
Our final stop brought us to the old power plant grounds, home to one of the most significant UFO encounters reported here in the 1970s. But as we learned from a recent eyewitness we interviewed, whatever was seen back then never truly left. The activity in this area has continued, and some say it's stronger now than ever.
Is it gone?
It's gone.
No, all right. They were probably just making whoopee.
Huh?
They're probably just making whoopee out there somewhere.
say, well, that road down there, I don't think that's the road.
That's the crossing. We're gonna run down the hill.
And ride down along it, and then it curved and went into the woods. Oh, right there's the road. And somewhere up there it turns and goes into the woods. Right there, I think.
Yeah.
I'm sure it just goes to the river, but I just want to see what that white thing was down there.
Unless you need it. Can you pick up that laser? That is weird. So, oh, I can see it now. Last time we did this, when we were down here, Jason called in a UFO. I mean, it's not like, what's that called, pure dark sky out here, but it's amazing how much you can see, that's for sure. Just a few days ago, there was a big solar flare, and you can see the northern lights. That's gone, unfortunately. But it makes you wonder how, you know, supposedly in Illinois, the best place to see it was in southern Illinois. So it makes you wonder how, if that stuff affects any of the activity that happens down here.
Oh, I'm sure it does, because when we used to go ghost hunting, anytime there'd be like a massive solar flare or anything, we would bombard the earth, we would actually go out, because it seems like that EMF that hitting the earth
Yeah,
would make criminal activity increase.
I could see it.
So I'm sure all of it everything knows. Is it just me? My eyes mess with me, but does that look like a cluster of like 5 or 6 stars?
Oh yeah,
Don't they look really tiny?
yeah,
But it's still like a cluster.
yeah.
I'm guessing that's a planet.
It's gotta be, right?
Yeah.
So we've had a pretty interesting night. We'll talk about it when we get back to camp, but we were just discussing the weird stuff that happened at the fault line. That's probably the weirdest stuff. But then the lightning detector kept going off, and there is no storm front within, well, what'd you say? You saw one in
Rains in North Dakota.
North Dakota. So
And there wasn't even a storm, it was just raining there.
So it's kind of crazy. Like, I don't know. Nothing like super crazy, but a lot of disturbance with the power sources as usual in these type of cases, but so we're at the main boat ramp here out on the edge of town on the Mississippi, and Russ just found this thing. Just your typical headless statue
Of an angel.
of an angel. Yeah.
Head and wings missing. I don't see
Just
it
standing
anywhere.
here.
Huh?
Just standing here. Looks like something you'd find on a gravesite, you know?